Hey guys, how is it going? I hope everyone is doing well day or night whenever you tune in and see this. So we are going to be doing some general readings for both Leo and Virgo for December. All right. So they are general readings. They can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. All right. Also, everybody is welcome regardless of where you may have Leo and Virgo in your charts. Each one will be done separately, and I will be putting in timestamps after the live is done for some people who just want Leo or for some people who just want Virgo, all that good stuff. All right. And yes, these readings are timeless, so for some people they may resonate a couple months in the past, a couple months currently where we are now, or even maybe in a couple months in the future. So it is a general reading for each sign, and it's going to differ for everybody as far as the exact timing goes. But whenever you see this message, hopefully there is something here for you. And if there isn't, never force something. Always feel free to check out your other placements, like your sun, moon, and rising signs, etc. There's a lot of great free websites that do free birth charts. All right, but let's go ahead here and see what we have for Leo for December. So we're going to go ahead and start first with a little sound bell here to get grounded, to check in with our body. Take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided. Also, it's a great way for me to check in with my guides and make sure that I am delivering the messages as clearly as possible for you guys. All right, so if you're sensitive with sound and all that, you may just want to turn it down a little bit. Sometimes it does get loud. All right, but this is going to be for Leo. Leo. Let's see what the cards want to tell you for December. All right. So we'll talk about, we'll call out your first main four cards here at the top, and then we'll go into each one in detail. But I'll also, when I first call them out, I'll say the potential time frames when some of these things may occur. So yeah, so let's see what we have here for you, Leo. We've got the Prince of Cups in the reverse position. We have the Seven of Staves or Seven of Wands in the right side up position. We've got the Princess of Swords in the right side up position. And we have the Magician in the reverse position. Okay. So I want to say the key dates for some of these things when they may occur. Hermes, don't even think about it. Come here. Hermes. No. Sorry guys, my dog. I want to say the key dates that may occur with these first four main cards at the top here. So I'll say them again real quickly right now, and then I'll say the dates when we're on each card. They're not set in stone, they're just kind of a general guideline here. But we were saying that with the first card, it can be from around anywhere from December 1st through the 8th. The second card can be from around December 10th through the 18th. The third card can be from around December 19th through the 25th, and the fourth card can be from around December 26th through the 31st of December, or even into January some. All right, so yeah, let's see what we got here for you, Leo. We're starting off with your first card here, and this is the Prince of Cups in the reverse position. We said this could be the first week or so of December. But when we're talking about the first card in particular, the energy we're picking up from the recent past as well. But with this Prince of Cups in the reverse position here, Leo, It could be that you or someone else, multiple people you're dealing with, or just your general environment situation here is, you know, not receiving some type of opportunity or communication the way that you wanted them to, or the way that they wanted it to go, or it just straight up didn't happen and is put on hold. Okay, now this can be some type of medium-sized communication or opportunity that for whatever different reasons for everyone, right, since it's a general reading, but it is slowed down and kind of stopped here. If we were to compare it to driving, right, this would be kind of a red light here for you, Leo, in that first week or so. So when I say red light, doesn't mean that other good things aren't happening. It just can kind of mean that there is a more slowed down energy, so not a lot of action oriented energy. Okay, but this is actually, you know, where Spirit wanted me to talk to you, you guys, about what's on the top and the bottom of this main deck that we're using to get even more insight about maybe why this card is showing up here for you, Leo. So kind of let's see, you know, what's underneath it. Okay, we've got the 3 of Staves in the right side up position and the 8 of Swords in the right side up position as well, and we're talking about it with that Prince of Cups in the reverse position. So these 2 cards that were underneath it, they're on the bottom, right? This is past energy, could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. Whatever the past is for you or them, multiple people, general environment situation. But it looks like here in the past, Leo, there could have been this feeling of, you know, wanting to slowly start stepping out and recirculating in some way as far as social interactions, wanting to slowly start working on the health or getting in better health, you know, routines and programs, that kind of thing, when we see that 3 of Staves in the right side up position. Okay, so this is a really nice energy that we see here in the past on one side, and then on the other side there's kind of some nice energy as well, but a little bit of other stuff happening too, right? So we see this Japanese woman with the 8 of Swords, and she's fanning herself, and we see the 8 swords kind of going upside down into the ground. So when we see swords in the tarot, that is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it is also our mental health. Is it in a good place, a not so good place, that kind of thing. So when we see the 8 of Swords in the right side up position here, Leo, it's like there is some anxiety, worry, overthinking, but she's aware of it and she's trying to process it. We see her fanning herself, and then we also see 2 bodies of water in the background. Okay, or maybe actually just more like one body of water, but there's some reflections there. So water in the tarot represents our emotions. So she's trying to, you know, process how our emotions can make any anxiety, worry, overthinking worse if we let it, if it's like the wrong kind of emotions, right? We see water also in the background here, and the 3 of Staves in the right side up position with these Egyptian people getting off this ship on the Nile River, and they're going to some kind of party, right? So a lot of water in the background in the past here, Leo. Now when we talk about it with your current present energies, your first card, that Prince of Cups in the reverse position, water goes in cups, right? We drink water out of cups sometimes. And so again, there could be something emotionally, you know, disappointing, or emotionally, you know, not as fun. Again, could be related to a medium-sized opportunity or message that you wanted to give to someone, or someone wanted to give to you, or it could have come in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, but it wasn't well received, or it brought about some not great emotions, let's say. Okay, now if it just didn't straight up happen, that can also kind of be a disappointed kind of emotion coming up as well here with that Prince of Cups in the reverse position. But you still have some other really good cards here, Leo, so I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, I'm just kind of glancing at the astrology notes over here. So we do have in the first week of December, on December 6th, we have Neptune going direct. Okay, so that's like tomorrow, actually, from when I'm filming this. So that could be something that's, you know, showing up here as well, kind of in the background of the card. So Neptune rules, you know, creativity. It rules dreams and illusions, and maybe not seeing things as clearly. So even when Neptune goes direct, it's still going to take time to build its speed now, going in that forward motion. I don't know why I said like that. Motion. And so this is, you know, can affect the way that we see things, as far as are we seeing things clearly, right? Are we more in dream world? Are we wanting to be an illusion, or is that the way something is presenting itself, right? There's lots of different ways that we can look at it, but I feel that you know, we also have well, that's more in the second week, so I'll talk about that in the second week. But you know, I just feel like this can add to the other things that we mentioned along with this card and the two cards that were underneath it. Okay, but again, Leo, you have some other really nice cards here, so I wouldn't worry too much, and I never try to come from a place of fear or anything like that, right? So with that being said, before we talk about your second card and second week, if I was to pause your reading right here, and there's something that you wanted to accomplish within your own control, like travel as an example, or manifesting something in particular, excuse me, I would say that the second and the third week, so like in the middle of December, is the better time to do that, because you have a little bit of a red light in the first week and a red light in the fourth week, but then you've got two nice green lights in between in your second and your third. Okay, so that's just something to kind of keep in mind in the background. Now, I also forgot to say in the beginning of your reading here, Leo, your other zodiac signs that are showing up here throughout your reading, for some people who are interested in knowing that, right? So you do have really only one major arcana, so you got a little bit of Gemini, Sagittarius energy. It's not their official cards, but it's there. Okay, so for Leo, some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini or a Sagittarius. Now, as far as your minor arcana goes here, the one that is the most prominent is the Wands or the Staves cards, as they're known on one of these decks here. So that can be an underlying theme of health or things in our physical body that get us passionate and fired up and all those kind of things. So just keep that in the background of your mind as we go throughout the reading. All right, but I usually say it in the beginning, and it just kind of skipped my mind, so I said it now. So all divine timing, as they say, right? But let's go ahead and see what we have here for you in your second week, Leo. So right, you go from that red light, the Prince of Cups in the reverse position, to now the Seven of Staves or Seven of Wands, oops, wrong card, in the right side up position. And now we have a really nice green light here for you. All right, so this, we said, could be from around December 10th through the 18th or so, not set in stone. But this is a really nice energy here of, you know, the way that this card is depicted in this deck is that we see this really small person here inside this Egyptian temple, and then we see their shadow really big, right? But the main thing is that their hands are open and ready to receive. So this Egyptian person is in their temple and they're calling for divine guidance, right? Now, this energy, this card here, can talk about, for you, Leo, or someone else you're dealing with, multiple people, a general environment situation. Can talk about spiritual awakenings. It can talk about spiritual initiations, being initiated into the next step of something. But it's really about letting our defenses down as well when we talk about the Seven of Wands or the Seven of Staves, okay? This can also, since we just mentioned the Wands and the Staves, it can talk about wanting divine assistance for better health in our physical body, or more healthy routines, diets, lifestyle, or just being more action oriented, right? How can I accomplish my goals as far as taking physical action in the 3D world, okay? So this is one of my favorite cards, and I like to really see this here for you, Leo. in that second week of December. Now, during the second week of December, we do have the new moon in Sagittarius on the 12th, and then on December 13th, we have Mercury retrograde we have Mercury going retrograde, right? So that can also be if there's going to start to be a little bit of some miscommunications with ourselves and with others, or electronics having issues, or travel, or all the things that kind of go with Mercury retrograde sometimes, then it makes sense too that we might want to call upon some type of spiritual assistance to help us to be more patient and to deal with these changes, right? So I usually say that the Mercury retrogrades are not easy, but they're also not all bad, right? So if it's a retrograde, it's all about, especially Mercury retrograde, about some kind of revision, rework, release type of energy. So we usually have about 3 or 4 Mercury retrogrades throughout the year. This is the last one of the year, Leo. So it's always interesting to look back when the last time we had a retrograde and see where you were at, or what was going on in your life. And it may be something that is still happening from that time that needs to be healed a little bit more, or needs to be reworked, revised, released. Okay, so keep that in mind with the Mercury retrograde energies present here throughout the month of December. Okay, but let's keep going. Now we're done having our little separate note about Mercury retrograde. And I talk more about it in the astrology notes as well, that gives more detail about the whole month of December, which is in the Sagittarius Scorpio readings for this month if you're interested. All right, but anyway here, Leo, so we go from that 7 of Wands, 7 of Staves in the right side up position, and now we have the Princess of Swords in the right side up position. So here are your 2 green lights right throughout the month of December that I was talking about. So really some nice energy here. So if we and when we, or someone, or the general environment situation has some type of spiritual initiation, getting to the next level of something spiritually, then we have the Princess of Swords coming in, okay? And that is so beautiful. That is that mental clarity. That is a peacefulness. And she also has the sun behind her, which represents spiritual downloads, revelations, insight. Now I'm starting to finally understand something, okay? So they kind of go hand in hand here, and that is really nice to see. Now, as far as the third week here, when we talk about the Princess of Swords, and that fell, that's okay. I'm hitting the table a little bit, so sorry about that, guys. I'll get it later. I think it was my little doll and my fortune teller thing, but anyway, that's all right. What I was starting to say was that the Princess of Swords energy can be from around December 19th through the 25th or so. But what's really happening during this week too, as far as the astrology goes, we have, we have official Capricorn season on the 21st. We've got winter solstice on the 21st. Mercury retrograde enters into Sagittarius on the 23rd. So nothing super big. I just kind of wanted to look real quickly as far as the general astrology here. But she has her sword not going down or going up, right? It's still in the little sheath thing there in its case. So this is her really meditating on, I can use my mental health, my logical mind, my crown chakra as either a tool or a weapon. So she's kind of deciding here about what she wants to do with that at this current moment. We do see the water behind her as well, so she's processing the emotions. But she feels really balanced here, this energy, and I just say she because that's the card, that's how it's depicted, right? But regardless of gender and all that stuff, she is in that really peaceful enlightenment mode here. So that is beautiful, right, for you, Leo. And your official card didn't show up here in your reading this time, but we do have reference to the sun in the background, and that would normally be not your official card. Your official card is strength, but you show up in the sun card as well as far as Leo energy. So in my mind, I'm like, there you are, Leo, right there. Okay. But let's keep going though and see what else we have for you here. So by the time you get to towards the end of December here, Leo, again, we have a little bit more of an orange or a red light, let's say, but we're going to break down why it's here. And this is the energy we're picking up as of right now. So it doesn't have to stay that way, right? We always have free will, we always have choice. So let's see what we got though. We got a little bit of stagnant energy, a red light, gentle reminder, challenge, however you want to say it. But we have the Magician in the reverse position showing up here for you, Leo, in that 4th week. And we said this could be from around December 26th through the 31st, or maybe even into a little bit of January as well. All right, but here we also have that Gemini Sagittarius energy that I mentioned, but you have a lot of fire energy throughout your reading here, with those Wands cards being the majority of your minor arcana. So not only Leo, you yourself, or depending on where you have Leo in your chart, but also Sagittarius why did I just space out on Aries? And Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all the fire signs are kind of present throughout your reading. But here with this Magician in the reverse position here, Leo, there could be this feeling towards the end of December of a lack of confidence in manifesting something in your life or in someone's life or the general environment situation here. This could have to also do with, we have the full moon in Cancer happening actually on December 26th. So anytime we have full moons, we have heightened emotions a couple of days before, during, and after, right? And we also have on that same day Chiron, the Greek wounded healer. He's the god of healing, is going direct on the same day as that full moon in Cancer on December 26th. So when we talk about Chiron, we're talking about wounds being healed, compassion, wisdom, trying to restore wholeness, that kind of thing. So if we have a card that is, again, more of that red light, not a green light as far as action, go, 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 for momentum and progress, it could just be really leaning into the astrology during this time period as well, to kind of go within and go over a couple of things here. Now we also have towards the end of the month, Venus enters into Sagittarius on the 29th. Jupiter is going direct, right? Another planet is going direct on December 30th. And then finally on January 1st, Mercury will go direct. So anytime when planets are going direct, it's going to stop its retrograde motion and then slowly pick up speed to go in its right normal rotation, or not normal, but it's forward momentum, kind of forward motion. Okay, so lots of stuff kind of happening towards the end of December here, in the month of December, Leo. So that could be a lot of reasons why this Magician is also in the reverse position. So if it's not a confidence thing, it could just be, again, having a harder time manifesting something in particular, or feeling like you or someone else maybe doesn't have the correct tools that they need to manifest something in particular, because this Magician card is in the reverse position. But let's look what's underneath it to get a little more details about why this card is showing up here for you. All right, and let's see here. So these are going to be energies from the past that made it possible for the Magician card to show up here in the reverse position here for you, Leo. So what we have here is the 10 of Wands in the reverse position and the 10 of Swords in the right side up position. So 2 10s in the past, one's right side up, one is reversed, right? So a lot of like potential endings and new beginnings that were happening here in the past for you, Leo. With the 10 of Wands, it could be putting, in the reverse position, it could be putting down burdens on one side, like putting down health burdens, or deciding to make a new home somewhere else, I'm hearing. But it could also be that with that energy from the past, it then brought a lot of anxiety, worry, overthinking, with the Ten of Swords being in the right side up position. Okay, so staying up late at night, worrying about all the things, and being way too much up in our head. So this is again past energy that made it possible for the Magician to show up here in that reverse position. So it could also be that some of you Leos are worrying here that this is going to happen again. So if there is some type of ending, new beginning, we're talking about the end of the year, beginning of the new year 2024, right? Even though maybe there's some good changes happening, it could bring anxiety as well. But I really feel that this could be also around either one type of relationship or multiple type of relationships. The other thing I forgot to mention is that earlier in I guess it would have been the third week, right before, we have Vesta, which is the planet of goals and aspirations, was going to be retrograde in Gemini. So there could talk about like some domestic issues there for some people, not necessarily everybody, but also there is this feeling, and I say this because of the next tarot card we're going to talk about here in your reading, is there's a potential, right, to be more vulnerable with ourselves and or someone else. Okay, there could also be the potential for some type of celebration or weddings or parties in general, right? And of course, if we're talking about the end of the year or even New Year's, even if you don't celebrate certain holidays per se or religious stuff, it's just like, again, that end of the year, beginning of the new year kind of energy. But let's look at what your tarot confirmation card here is and kind of see what it has to say here for you. So this card is going to come in and it's going to confirm the first four cards here at the top that we just talked about, the whole month of December. But it is a combination of past and future energy. So you always have choice, you always have free will. But you got the Four of Wands in the right side up position, okay? And that was sitting on top of your Magician in the reverse position. So Four of Wands here is again talking about vulnerability, or vulnerability in one type of relationship, romantic, work, platonic, friends or family, or even self-love, or even multiple relationships. Four of Wands again can talk about weddings and parties and unions, different types of groups coming together or people coming together, but it also has that potential for having better health as well. Again, that was throughout your whole reading, or getting, if you're already in good health, having even more energy and passion within your body to go after those 3D action-oriented goals. Okay, so because this sits on top of the Magician in the reverse position here, Leo, I feel that it's a nice kind of reminder to not get so down that the Magician is in the reverse position, right? We all have ups and downs. We have good and bad. If we didn't have necessarily bad or uncomfortable or not fun stuff, then we wouldn't appreciate the other stuff too. So I feel that's like a nice little cushion that's sitting on top there for you here. And they call the Four of Wands in this deck, the Hermetic deck, they call it the Lord of Perfected Work, right? So yeah, it's like, we all want love, right? At the end of the day, and all the different types of love, right? So it's a really nice union card here, a celebratory card, or just card again of being vulnerable. All right, so I love to see that there for you, Leo. Now you have one oracle card here as well. This is from this new deck I got, Earth and Bone. It's really pretty. But you got the Stoicism card, number 19, and it says peacefulness, receptiveness, and manifestation, right? All the things that we kind of want when we see the Magician card, but it's in the reverse position. So it could, again, having you want to slow down. And also we said And I don't always say that with the Princess of Swords, right? Remember how I said she looked so peaceful, right? With her hands kind of in that prayer state there, and the sun, Leo energy, you know, behind her as well, okay? So really, you know, just take that towards the end of the month here, Leo, to go within, right, to slow down a little bit, to be receptive to the changes that are happening to you, because the more that you go with the flow and listen to what your guides are trying to tell you, what the general astrology is trying to tell you, then you can be able to start manifesting again. And so we see this woman skeleton here, and she's kind of like blending into this tree, okay? If you can see, it's really beautiful. So yes, Leo, that is what I have here for you for December. I already took your photo, one photo of all the cards here that I will be putting on my Facebook page after this live is done. And if you want to check it out, it's free. I just like to put it up there for people who want to see all the cards together again or up close in detail. So all you have to do to get that picture is just go to Malessea's Magic Light, my name on YouTube, and just look for this video when it's posted, and it'll be one of the first comments there. All right, so thank you, Leo. I'm going to look at the time, and then we're going to go ahead and switch over and shuffle for Virgo. So we're at about 31 minutes, so I'll kind of make a mental note of that for later. But yes, I'm going to say thank you, Leo. Bye, Leo. We're going to switch over to Virgo. And yeah, let's see what Virgo has to say. And we're going to let the crystals charge with the cards a little bit here. We're going to do another sound bell as well to kind of clear the energy of the previous reading. All that good stuff. So I'm just going to randomly throw these in here now. This is not the shuffling yet. Right, all right, so, whoa, gotcha. All right, let's get all the crystals. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. All right, and also throw these in here as well. Okie dokie. So again, I want to say happy holidays for people who celebrate any of the winter holidays and all the different traditions. And if you don't, that's okay too. And just early Happy New Year, right? All right. So let's go ahead and get our sound bell here. So sound is a great way to clear energy from the previous reading or from ourselves even, right? All the things. So this is a good moment to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, for me to check back in with my guides as well. And yeah, if you're sensitive to sound, you may want to turn it down a little bit if it gets too loud for you, but it won't be super long. All right, so this is going to be for Earth sign Virgo. Virgo. Let's see what the guides want to tell you about December. Just going to turn the music up a little bit here in the background. A little bit of ambient noise, right? Nope, maybe too loud. Hold on. Okay, that's good. All right, let's do some shuffling here, Virgo. Spirits, guide my hands, please. A come in love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given. And thank you, of course, for listening, spirits. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for their highest good and potential for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for their highest good and potential and vibration for December 2023. Move these cards over a little bit here for a moment. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December 2023. What does Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear, need to see, need to know for their highest good and potential? 3 more cards only, please, spirits. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December. Okay. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December. What does Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December need to see, need to know for their highest good and potential? Messages for Earth sign Virgo. Oh, okay. Let's see. We're going to take the top and the bottom. We'll figure out exactly how Spirit wants those cards as far as which ones are reversed, which ones are right side up in a few minutes. But first we're going to just keep going with our shuffling here, all of our decks. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December 2023. What do we need to see? What do we need to know? Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for their highest good and potential. 1 card only, please, spirits. 1 card only for Virgo. 1 card only, please, for Virgo for December 2023. Okay, that one wants to come out. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the top and the bottom here, Virgo. Yes. All right. And we got 1 more deck here, so let's do it. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for December 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December 2023. For the highest good and potential. 1 card only, please, spirits. Messages for Earth sign Virgo, the Wheat Bear for December. Okay, flew out. All right. So we will take it. Okay. I'll just move that over here. Now let's figure out exactly how Spirit wants to receive these other cards. Bring everything up and over. Stay. Okay. Stay, skeleton. Stay. Okay. So give me a few minutes here, guys. Thank you for your patience. All right, Spirits, did you want the 3 of Cups in the reverse position to represent the first tarot card for this Virgo December 2023 reading? No. All right. Thank you. And let's see what other reversals we got. And Spirits, did you want the 8 of Swords in the reverse position to represent the 4th tarot card for this Virgo December 2023 reading? Okay, I said yes, so we'll leave that there. And Spirits, did you want the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position to represent what's on the bottom of this Hermaic tarot deck for this Virgo December 2023 reading. Oops, okay, thank you. And spirits, did you want the the five of swords, spirits in the reverse position to represent what's on the bottom of this Ancestral Path Tarot deck for this Virgo December 2023 reading. Okay, now let's see where they want these placed. I think this is going to go here, but we're going to double check. I feel like these two could either go at the front, the beginning of the reading, or the end of the reading. But let's try it at the end first and see what Spirit wants. Alright. Spirit, did you want me to talk about the King of Staves in the right side up position and the Five of Swords in the reverse position when I talk about the Eight of Swords in the reverse position? Yes? Okay, thank you. We'll leave that there. And then we'll confirm these two and get started. Excuse me. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the Eight of Pentacles in the right side up position and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position when I talk about the Ten of Sacred Circles in the right side up position? They're like yes and no. Okay. Spirits, please give me a clear and definitive yes or no answer. Spirits, do you want me to talk about the Eight of Pentacles in the right side up position and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position when I talk about the Ten of Sacred Circles in the right side up position? No. Okay. Let's see. Maybe they want this one first. Spirits, you want me to talk about the Eight of Pentacles in the right side up position and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position when I talk about the Three of Cups in the right side up position? Okay, they want them there, so that is where they will go. We'll take your picture here, Virgo, and then we'll get started. I'm going to stand up real quickly just because sometimes I get a glare and I don't want that for the photo. So give me a second here, y'all. All right. Just move everything down a little bit. That looks good. Move it up, move it down, and all around. Okay. Just want to make sure it's in focus. Yep. All right, we're looking good here. Okay. Thank you guys for your patience. So let's go ahead and see. Sorry about that. What time we're at, so I'll know for the timestamps for later. So we're at about 42 minutes. It was like 42. So that's always funny when it repeats like that. That's a good sign. All right, I like it. I'll take it. All right, Virgo. Let's go ahead and call out your cards here and then kind of go in order and see what we got for you for December. We'll talk about the potential time frames when some of these things may occur as well. All right, so we got the Three of Cups in the right side up position. We have the Ten of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. We have the World in the right side up position, and we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position here. Very interesting, Virgo. Have to say, you know, very beautiful right off the bat. You really don't have any red lights or slow down stagnant energy here throughout your reading. So that's like the first one I've seen for December. As far as the other zodiac signs, there might have been maybe one other sign that had that so far, but I can't remember if there was one or who it was. So that's really nice, right? But let's see also what other zodiac frequencies are showing up here in your reading as far as your major arcana goes. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Yep, you have 3 major arcanas, okay. So we've got the Lovers, Gemini energy, okay. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, or someone who's got a lot of Gemini in their chart, or you do, or it could be even referencing Gemini season of this year, of last year, next year, or it means nothing at all. But we also have, with the Wheel of Fortune and the World card, they both represent 4 different zodiac frequencies in the same ones. All right, so we've got Taurus energy, we've got Aquarius energy, we've got Leo and Scorpio energy. So for you, Virgo, you could also be dealing with a Taurus, Aquarius, Leo or Scorpio energy. All right. So again, take it if it resonates for you. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's meant for someone else as far as the zodiac signs here. But let's also see what the majority of your minor arcana is to get like an underlying theme throughout your reading possibly. So what do we have? We've got two swords, 2 pentacles, 1 wand and 1 cup, and then your majors. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a tie here for you, Virgo. It's going to be a tie between the swords and the pentacles. All right, so you got 2 and 2. Okay, so when we talk about pentacles, right, we're talking about money, coins, or finances, or being valued in some way. When we're talking about the swords, we're talking about our mental health. Is it in a good place, a not so good place, that kind of thing. So, okay, that could be an underlying theme throughout your reading here, so just keep it in the back of your mind. But now we're going to go one by one from the first 4 main cards and then kind of go in order and see all the details, okay? Also wanted to say that the potential dates when some of these things may occur, I'll say them when we're on each card, all right? But it is just kind of a general guideline, right? So with your first card in the reading here, Virgo, we've got the 3 of Cups in the right side up position. And we said this could be the first week or so of December, anywhere from December 1st through December 8th, but it could be a little bit after as well. It's just going to depend on you guys, since it is a general reading meant for multiple people. All right, but this is some really nice energy to start off a new month with, or any month, right? You've got the 3 of Cups energy in the right side up position, and because of the cards that are surrounding it, right, there's like a lot of nice energy here, a lot of supportive, emotionally supported energy here, Virgo. This can talk about celebrations or parties or get-togethers, right? We see these 3 people and they're all going to cheers and bring their cup together before they drink, okay? So again, this is very nice, however you want to say it, especially with the stuff that's coming after and surrounding it. So this could be energy that we're picking up also, Virgo, from the recent past, because it's our first card in the reading. But also this whole reading that we go through throughout and we talk about it, it could be about you or someone you're dealing with, multiple people you're dealing with, or you're just kind of general environment situation. So always keep that in mind. And if it's not your reading, never force it. Check out your other placements, blah, 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 all the stuff. All right. So yeah, let's see what's underneath this. There's really great energy here as well, Virgo, because Spirit, even when there's good stuff going on here, it wants to show us how we got to that place, right? Of emotional support or celebrations that we're talking about with the 3 of Cups. So what was underneath that card here for you, and I'll hold them all up together, is you have the 8 of Pentacles in the right side up position here, Virgo, and then you had the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position here, okay? And this is past energy, these 2 black and white cards that made it possible for this card to show up in your future, current, present energies, okay? So with the 8 of Pentacles in the right side up position, right, that's all about hard work and putting in effort, okay? Really, you know, spending a long time doing something to either make more money or whatever it is, right? It's putting in a lot of effort and time and even money into something here, okay, in the past. Or there was a lot of values being placed on you or someone else to again make something kind of work, or put in a lot of effort here with the 8 of Pentacles in the right side up position. And then when we see the Wheel of Fortune, though, it's a little bit surprising to see, because you would expect that the Wheel of Fortune would be in the right side up position. But in the past, which could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. here for you, Virgo, it wasn't exactly the right time to, time or luck wasn't fully on your side yet in the past to maybe, let's say, take that 8 of Pentacles in the right side up position to like the 9 of Pentacles or even the 10 of Pentacles, right? It wasn't quite time yet in the past, and that could be because there was more emotional support that was needed, and there also could have been some celebrations that maybe put some things off, right, in some way here in the past, okay? But you do have, you know, your 10 of Pentacles coming up here for you, okay? So they call it in this deck Sacred Circles, but it is the same thing as 10 of Pentacles, all right? So this is your second card in the reading here, Virgo. And so just to show you again, you went from the 3 of Cups in the right side up position to now the 10 of Sacred Circles or 10 of Pentacles in the right side up position. So that 8 of Pentacles in the past was kind of put off. The hard work wasn't put off, but the reward, let's say, was put off until now, okay, Virgo? So just going to turn this down. We said this could be anywhere from around December 10th through the 18th when we're talking about your second card here, Virgo. So this is beautiful energy, right? This is all about, why isn't this turning down? Sorry, guys. I'm like pushing the button and it's not going down. Now it is. Okay. Sorry about that. When we get this 10 of Pentacles here for you, Virgo, though, now we have possibly some financial abundance when we're talking about Sacred Circles or Pentacles or coins, right? Now we can even have, let's say, more value. We're going to be valuing ourselves more and others, or vice versa, etc. And then it's like double support. You know, it's like we start off your reading here, Virgo, with emotional support and celebrations with the 3 of Cups, and then in the second week it's like sorry, I keep turning it the wrong way so you can see the card. It's like now there's also financial support, let's say, or something is being more valued here with our time, with our effort, with something. So this is really nice to see here for you, Virgo. Again, I got to find out where I have Virgo in my chart. I can't remember exactly. Even if you don't see the word Virgo, you can see the house that's associated with Virgo, right, to find out where you may have Virgo in your chart, since we all do somewhere. But this is, again, in that second week or so of December. And I kind of want to glance at and look at what we have happening during this time, right? We have that new moon in Sagittarius. We have Mercury retrograde starting on December 13th. And yeah, that's pretty much the main stuff that's kind of happening in this second week. So Virgo, when we were talking about Mercury retrograde, right? Mercury is one of your rulers, okay? So, you know, sometimes if we've got a lot of, you know, how do I say it? It could be that, you know, I've read in the past for you, Virgo, during different Mercury retrograde seasons that you were affected more with the retrograde motion, like affecting the way that you communicate with others, electronics, travel, etc., all the kind of stuff that we're talking about here. But this time so far in your reading, Virgo, it's almost like the Mercury retrograde is just kind of, not in every aspect, right? Of course, this is a general reading, but it's kind of skipping over you or floating over you, right? It's not necessarily affecting you as deeply as it may have been in past Mercury retrograde seasons, right? You usually have 3 or 4 throughout the year. But yeah, I mean, this is the 10 of Sacred Circles, 10 of Pentacles. It's the highest number in the tarot, is the 10. So again, can talk about financial new beginnings or endings, can talk about being valued in some way, some type of ending, new beginning. But it's so beautiful. Again, you don't have any red lights throughout your whole reading. You've got 3 green lights, and then you've got an orange light. It's like still can kind of proceed with caution, right? What do they say for orange or yellow? I mean to say yellow lights. Okay, whatever it is, right? It could look different depending on the tint of the light. Okay. But good stuff here for you, Virgo. So let's keep going, all right? Because these two are kind of self-explanatory. So we go from the 10 of Sacred Circles right side up to now the World card. I mean, what the hell is going on here, Virgo? I'm very jealous but happy for you, right? This we said could be from around December 19th through the 25th or so. But yeah, it's similar energy, but a little different from the Wheel of Fortune that you had in that reverse position in the past. It's still this beautiful, and just like also the Ten of Sacred Circles, this kind of ending and new beginnings and fresh start energy. You know, the world is your oyster, let's say. You can make it whatever you want, okay? So again, you've got Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus energy showing up here with the World card in that third week or so, or the middle of December. It's just really, really nice here, Virgo. But let's keep going, because it's self-explanatory here, and it just feels so nice for you. So when we get to your fourth card towards the end of December going into January, it is a little bit slower than the other weeks, but it is still, it's not a red light. Again, like, you don't have any red lights here. We'll say it's a yellow-orange light, okay? So when we get to the fourth week, we have excuse me, the Eight of Swords in the reverse position, and this is what we call a good reversal. Okay, so this is how you want to see this card. This means that we are letting go, or someone is, with the general environment situation, of some anxiety, worry, overthinking. We're now integrating, let's say, even the heart chakra, the emotions, with the logical mind, the crown chakra, all right? And we said this could be anywhere from December 26th through the 31st, or even maybe into a couple of days into January, all that stuff. But I'm trying to figure out how to say, Virgo. I would say that you did your homework to get to this place, right? Or someone did, or the general environment situation. Because if we look what's underneath it, where Spirit wanted these other two cards, your top and your bottom of this whole deck, right? So these are past energies that made it possible for your Eight of Swords to show up in the reverse position here for you. So in the past, there could have been a lot of confidence and good health and a lot of passion and creativity, but then there could have also been at the same time, and further back than that past, there could have been a little bit of competitive energy with ourselves and or with others, not focusing enough on the present moment. So this is also this Five of Swords in the reverse position here in the past is like somebody started to do their homework and they said, you know what, I'm going to focus more on the present moment. I'm not going to worry about the future. I'm not going to analyze, overanalyze, and be stuck in the past. I'm just going to be in this present moment, okay? I'm not going to be competitive with myself and or others. Again, I'm just going to try to have a more balanced mental health kind of, yes, Nefertiti, my cat agrees. You want to come up and say hi, Nefertiti? But again, this is like you here, Virgo, or someone doing this homework. They started in the past. So then it makes sense that it would show up towards the end of December now in your future, current, present energies, okay? And I love to see that for you, right? So again, it's not a complete slowdown by any means, but it's not a super fast green light. It's just transitioning, and it makes sense because if you had, Virgo, a green light in the first week, a green light in the second week, a green light in the third week, fourth week, it's like, okay, I'm going to start to slow down a little bit, but it's still not completely a red light. It's a yellow orange light. All right. Now, Virgo, let's see what your tarot confirmation card is. It's coming in here, and it's sitting on top of the Eight of Swords in the reverse position, and it's going to confirm all 4 weeks, all 4 cards at the top that we just talked about. And it is a combination of past and future energy, okay? So we always have free will, we always have choice, right? But the card that you got is the Lover's card, all right? Gemini energy, okay? Official card for Gemini. And it is sitting on top of that Eight of Swords in the reverse position here. So this is really nice to see here, Virgo. This can be that there is some type of, let's say, highly vibrational relationship, whether it is a lover, right, like the card depicts as the lovers, right, or if it's a work partnership with friends or family, or even self-love. But it's like bringing out the best in each other, okay, or bringing out the best in ourselves, or bringing out the best in two corporations or two parties or whatever it is. It's, you know, just talking about, you know, not being chained down. We see in this deck, in the Hermaic deck, there's a woman on this boat, and we're going to say that the guy is rescuing her, but she's chained to the anchor or to something, and so he's got to cut the chains, and he's also got to let's say kill this snake or this demon, right, that's kind of protecting her. So it is about rising above, not just from you know, the low vibrational frequencies that come along with, like, let's say romantic love, if we're just in the physical stuff and we're just talking about addictions as far as sex, let's say, right? But there can be lots of different addictions, and it doesn't have to just be romantic or about sex, right? But it's kind of about breaking those chains and realizing that we are always in control. We always have choice and free will. But in particular, right, in the traditional Pinky, you keep playing with rocks during my reading. What are you doing? All right, I'm almost done anyway, so hopefully you can still hear me, guys. But he's just, yeah, playing with some rocks in the background. What I was starting to say was in other decks, when you see the Lover's card, you would see the chain going around their neck, but it's always a little bit open, right? So it's like we don't have to be chained down. We don't have to necessarily save someone else too. Like, they have their own choice. So she could slip out of that chain and help herself, or help him slay the dragon together, right? Or the snake, or whatever it is. I'm like, I like dragons and I like snakes too, but you know what I mean, just the representation of that kind of more lower vibrational frequency energy. So, you know, when this is showing up here for you, Virgo, and again, it's sitting on top of the 8 of Swords in the reverse position, it's really nice because it's like, yeah, we can rise above this. We don't have to self-sabotage ourselves either, right? So the Lover's card, you know, can also talk about, if it was the Devil card, the opposite version of that, right? Again, we could have chains around our neck, and we could be a slave to something, but we could always get out of it. We could always see that the chain is a little bit loose on one side, so we can break those chains. So I feel like here, Virgo, that you or someone else or multiple people, general environment situation, has already kind of done that when this Lover's card is showing up here for you, because it feels more higher vibration, okay? And so I would continue to kind of go with that energy. All right, but let's see what your oracle card here is as well before we go, Virgo. So this is this new deck I got. It's called Earth and Bone. It's pretty cool. I like it. Shout out to my coworker Angela. She knows who she is, but she got me into this deck. So anyway, I haven't seen this card yet, and it is a new deck for me. But the oracle card that you got for this time period, Virgo, is the Beast, card number 33. It says conflict, competition, and oppressors. Interesting, right? We just kind of talked about letting some of that go, or letting all of that go, with the 8 of Swords in the reverse position here. But also, it could be saying the same thing with the Lover's card that we just talked about. Letting go of conflict, competition with ourselves and or others, or anything trying to oppress us. So we can kind of stay in that higher vibrational frequency. We don't always stay there. There's not always love and light and puppies and all this shit. We have shadow we have to embrace. We have things we have to do that aren't always fun and all that stuff. But just not letting it oppress you, okay? Or oppress someone else or multiple people, general environment situation. So letting the beast out sometimes, but having it in moderation. Okay, so we're not always going to be wild and crazy, but sometimes we have to let it out, but then we go back to the things that we need to do. That kind of energy is another way to take it as well. So I want to read real quickly, Virgo, and then we'll be done with your reading. The meditation that goes with this card. All right, so instead of reading all that, we're just going to give you the meditation or affirmation. Let's see what it says here. For the Beast card, it says, I am no longer feeling obligated to live according to others' expectations. I live my life according to my beliefs. I forgive those who may have imposed their beliefs on me. I let go of others' expectations and any feelings of obligation that I may have accumulated. Interesting. All right. So it says your guides are with you and are showering you with love. Okay. It says you may be facing a time when you feel alone, but you are never alone. Yes, there you go, Virgo. All right. So that is a beautiful reading. Enjoy this time period, Virgo. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you feel guided, how this may be shaping up for you already or how it may in the future. Always like to hear from you guys if you feel guided. But yeah, I will be uploading that one picture that I took earlier too, of all the cards. If you want to see it, all you have to do is go to Malessea's Magic Light on Facebook, and it will be under this video once I post this video from YouTube. And the first 2 comments or so will be the photos that go with both Leo and Virgo. If you feel guided and want to check it out, I like to just provide it for people. But yes, also if you want to subscribe here on YouTube, it is free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and you get emailed when I put out new videos, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. And if you like this video, or give it a thumbs up on YouTube or even on Facebook, it does help share it more, and that's a great free way to support this channel as well if you feel guided. But that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to take a break, and then I will be back, of course, with the last 2 for December with the Libra and the Scorpio readings, if you want to join me for that too. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.